Hello boys and girls, it's Aunty Mimmi here. Today our fun story is called Chicken Run, Hatching a Plan. Sounds fun, doesn't it? If you've not already subscribed to the channel, please do so now. Then sit back, get comfortable, and let's begin. Chapter 1, Escape Attempts. The Clever Ditch Escape. Her name is Ginger. Her goal is to free herself and the other hens from the farm that holds them in egg-laying captivity. Her plan: crawl under the fence. Unfortunately, Bunty's bottom is just too big. "I'm stuck," she squawks. Ginger tries to help, but Mr. Tweedy throws her in the coal bunker. Bam! No chicken escapes from Tweedy's farm, he growls. The very clever feeder escape. This time the chickens hide under a large chicken feeder and try to run through the gate. Too bad, they topple over. They try to keep running, but it's hard when your feet are sticking up in the air. Bam! Mr. Tweedy throws Ginger in the coal bunker again. The terribly clever tunnel escape. The chickens dig a long tunnel. Ginger rides through it on a roller skate and breaks through the surface with an egg beater. She's outside the fence, almost free. But so are Mr. Tweedy's dogs. Bam! Here's another trip to the coal bunker. The too clever for words disguise escape. The chickens disguise themselves as Mrs. Tweedy. They wear a sack for a head and use sticks for arms. The dogs are fooled, at least until the dress accidentally rips off. Now the dog sees chickens piled upon chickens, working sticks and levers. Bam! Ginger is spending way too much time in the coal bunker. Chapter 2, Escape Committee. Ginger, the head hen. Ginger longs for freedom. She wants to lead the hens to a life without dogs, farmers or fences. She wants to live in a place with wide open fields and cool green grass. Bunty says the chances of them escaping are 1,000,000 to 1. Ginger replies, then there is still a chance. Rocky, the flying rooster. Rocky's handsome, charming American, and he can fly. At least that's what he lets the chickens think. Actually, he's a circus rooster who only flies when he's shot out of a cannon. But Ginger thinks he is the answer to their prayers. Well then, call me a miracle dollface, says Rocky, 'cause that's me. Mac, the scientist from Scotland. Mac devises machines to help the chickens escape. She uses big words that are hard to understand. When she says you've sprained the anterior tendon connecting your radius to your humerus, what she really means is you hurt your wing. Babs, a knack for knitting. Babs is a master knitter. She knits Rocky a beak warmer. She also stitches the wings of the aeroplane that the chickens use to escape the farm. She's not the smartest chicken, though. When Ginger returns from the coal bunker, Babs says, "Back from holiday?" Bunty, Empress of Eggs. Every chicken is supposed to lay eggs, but when Ginger and the other chickens are busy making the plane, Bunty lays enough eggs for everyone. She proudly brags, "I laid 5 eggs this morning. 5. Well chuffed with that I was." Fowler, the vain veteran. Fowler, an old military rooster, loves to talk about his days in the Royal Air Force. Over and over again, he says things like, Back in my RAF days, you'd hop on the old crate and tally-ho. Only Bunty says what they're all thinking. Oh, give up, you old fool, the war's over. Nick and Fetcher, the sly scroungers. These clever rats can get anything you want for a price. Fetcher offers Ginger a lovely necklace and pendant, but he pulls out a rubber bathtub stopper and chain. When Ginger pays them with the hen's food, Nick turns it down. You call that pay? It's chicken feed. Chapter 3. The Escape. Step 1. Begin with an idea. Everyone has ideas. Mac's idea is a catapult to shoot hens over the fence. At a demonstration, she puts a turnip in the catapult, winds it up and lets the turnip fly straight into a wall. Splat. The turnips bought it, exclaims Fowler. Luckily, they have a long list of ideas. Step 2. Make a plan. They finally decide to build a plane. But how? Fowler will be the chief technical advisor, says Ginger. Mac will handle the engineering, Babs manufacturing, and Bunty will lay eggs to trade with Nick and Fetcher for supplies. Eggs, says Nick, with a glint in his eye. Eggs aren't chicken feed, eggs are delicious. He and Fetcher will do anything for eggs. Step 3. Work out. To fly, says Rocky, the chickens must get in shape. As he puts it, flying takes 3 things: hard work, perseverance, and hard work. Rocky says the chicken have to work as a team, which means you do everything I tell you, he explains. Step 4. Gather tools. Disguising themselves as garden gnomes, Nick and Fetcher borrow screwdrivers, hammers, nuts and bolts, all items needed to build the plane, and they take them from right under Mr. Tweedy's nose. Then it's back to Hut 17, where, pop, Bunty lays them an egg as payment. Step 5. Rest and recreation. When the chickens need time off, Rocky suggests a dance. He has Nick and Fetcher scavenge a radio for music and Christmas ornaments for decoration. When Bunty asks about the music, Rocky says, "That's called a beat, sister. Feel it pulsing through your body." Chapter 4. Overcoming obstacles. Avoid the greedy Mrs. Tweedy. Tweedy rhymes with greedy, and that describes Mrs. Tweedy perfectly. Foul-tempered and entirely unpleasant. She's the one responsible for the pie machine. The chicken pie machine. Chickens go in, pies come out, she says, with an evil glint in her eye. Do not get baked in flaky crust. The pie machine chops, cooks and stuffs chickens into pies. It has rollers, mashers, gravy squirters, saw blades and a very hot oven. All in all, it's not a pleasant way to spend an afternoon. Babs sums it up. I don't want to be a pie. I don't like gravy. Outsmart the farmer. The chickens don't want Mr. Tweedy to know they're building a plane. Luckily for them, he's a bit dim. When his wife shows him the machine that turns chickens into pies, he says, "Oh, that's champion. What is it?" To fly a homemade plane, the chickens pedal as if their lives depend on it, and guess what? Their lives do depend on it. So they pedal their giblets out and soar into the air. There's a phrase for such strange beauty. poultry in motion. Freedom! With some luck and a lot of hard work, the chickens fly to freedom. Ah, the easy life. They fluff their nests and toss tasty worms into their mouths. In the end, Ginger runs her toes through the cool green grass. She smiles and tells Rocky that freedom is even better than she imagined. Well, that was a wonderful book today, wasn't it, boys and girls? I do hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. As always, I want you to be kind to one another, look after one another, and try and have some fun every single day. Until next time, bye-bye.